Hey, what's up guys, Joe Elements here once again, and today I'm going to do the balancing of the Red Komodo 6K onto the DJI Ronin RS2. I'm going to be doing this in two form of balancing. The first one is actually with the tilter full cage and also the tilter base plate, as you can see. So the camera has quite a bit of weight. Trying to push this Ronin S2 to see how much it could actually handle. So after that, I will obviously strip it down to the bare bone and then also balance that as well and see how much lighter that is and also how well it stabilizes. Having said that, I've got the pancake lens and then I have the Zeiss 50mm macro f2 that I'm going to also use on there. And then for battery, I'll be using the Tilta V-Lock plate adapter with the FX Lion Nano 1. This is the 50 watt-hour battery. So the first thing is first is actually to put this together. I have partly assembled some of it because I don't want to waste much of time, and I've just click that in and then lock it down so that it's got good contact. And then the next thing is to mount this Arca Swiss plate onto the camera so that I'll be able to adapt it to this onto the Ronin S. So what I have found is with this particular setup, it being very heavy, there is a lot of metal going on in the front because the tilter design doesn't have much metal at the back, but it's a lot of them at the front. So regardless how small this lens is, it's very front heavy. So what I'm doing is mounting it towards the back end of the plate. Already, one thing I don't really like about the RS2 is the fact that this plate, you can't actually move it from left to right. It's only forward and backwards. So if you have a camera that is got a bulkier right side, then you will struggle with the balancing. I am using the tilter hand grip as well, the side grip, and so that we will challenge this Ronin S as far as we can actually challenge. With the tilter V-mount base plate and then also attaching the FX Nano 1, then you have literally, I'm ready to shoot just like that, handheld. And let's see how well I can actually move this onto the RS2 without having to strip anything down. So I'm just gonna unlock the axis and then lock them back up so that I'll be able to mount this on easily. So as you know, the mounting plate is reversed, so you always want to mount it backwards and then tie it if you must. So that's it. Lock it on, and what I'm gonna do now is balance the tilt axis. As you can see, as mentioned, as much as the batteries at the back, the camera is very front heavy. So I'm gonna quickly balance that backwards. So as you can see, I can easily move it in any position and it will stay there. This DJI Ronin S has been very, very well created because the balancing on this is a whole lot better than the previous RS1. So once that is done, I'm going to lock it in place, and the next thing is moving on to my roll axis. So I'll undo the roll, and as you can see, it's very, very much left heavy. And this is what I'm talking about. If the camera on the left side is a whole lot heavier, then this here, you're not able to move it left and right, but only with the arm right here. So if this hits the maximum, that means your camera will not be able to balance on there. then that's when you attach counterweights and stuff. But we don't want to attach any counterweights to this setup. So let's move the arm out a little. One thing that I also wish that DJI would have implemented to all the axes is that little dial, that knob right here to all the axes. It would have made it so much better, because when the camera is heavy as it is right now, it becomes very difficult to move it very lightly. So here I have the roll axis is completely balanced as well. The next thing is my pan axis. So I've undone that. I'm going to take the lock out, and as we do the pan, just move it to 11 o'clock. And I mean, lucky it is actually well balanced. As you can see, it's not rolling away. Just for the sake of argument, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it off completely, and then we'll quickly balance it and see how quick that is. So now, as you can see, it's completely thrown off. Either way, it's thrown off. So I'm going to quickly pull that out and get a rough balance. A little bit more. There you go. That was very quick, very simple, very easy. And this, if it wasn't for the talking, it's very quickly to get this thing set up. And another bonus is actually having this Arca Swiss quick release plate. So let's suppose I want to go handheld, and it's my advantage right here. I just undo this, slide it out, undo this one rather, slide it out, take it out, and there I've got my hand grip on there already. I'm ready to shoot. If I need to get back on the gimbal, just slide it on and then lock it in place, and it will still be well stabilized. So let's power it up. And there we go. I am completely ready to shoot. Ready to shoot. So what I'm going to do now is move this lens and place on the heavier lens, and let's see how much far back it would need to, because it's going to be a lot more front heavy. This is the Zeiss 50 f2. It's a very heavy metal lens, so let's see how much more I'll have to move back. That's a whole lot more front heavy. So let's quickly lock the axis again. That's the benefits we're talking about. Lock the axis, and now I'm having to deal with the tilt axis. There you go. That is balanced on there. And as you can see, there is so much clearance. Let's see. There is so much clearance at the back here. And again, I can easily clear the back with this FX Nano 50 watt hour battery. Now let's strip it down straight to the bare bone and see how simple and a whole lot more lighter it comes with balancing the Red Komodo 6K on the RS2. And here we have the bare bone of the Red Komodo 6K with the Tilta V-Lock adapter plate and the FX Lion Nano 50 watt hour battery. Right off the bat, what I can notice that is going to be a struggle for a lot of us is actually this this base plate right here. As you can see with the Red Komodo, the screw tap for the base plate is right in the middle of the camera, and so it moves this whole tripod plate to the front, and then there is only so much space left at the back. So let's see, I've never actually balanced it like this before. Let's see if that will work and if we will be able to get clearance at the back as well. So it's very back heavy, it needs to go back a lot more. And there you go, right there and then we have an issue, because I have hit the maximum reverse I can actually push this camera on this plate. So it will remain back heavy with a V-Lock battery and adapter plate from Tilta, and it is back heavy. It's very much back heavy because the lens is very light. But let's try it with a heavier lens. So that's a heavier lens, perhaps that will allow us to, there you go, it's become a lot more better. So it's become front heavy now. Just gonna quickly balance that out and then see if we get any clearance there. Yeah, so that's balance. Let's see, we have clearance there, which is really good. Yeah, we have clearance there. We can still do the 360 roll because there's clearance at the bottom as well. Let's continue with the balancing and see how well this and how easy it will balance. Almost there, a little bit bottom heavy. Just move that a little tiny little bit. Yeah. It's now a little bit front heavy, so I'm going to use the knob here and pull the whole lot back a little and see how that works. So there you go. So that's balanced it very well, as you can see, and I still have clearance at both end and the bottom plate. So let's move on to the roll. It's a whole lot more left heavy. Okay, so it will work. There is not much to go to the right, and that is balanced as well. So next thing is, let's lock this in place and let's see how well that will work out as well. This just tells you that this Ronin has been built very well. And finally, the thing that I really like about this Ronin, again, reviews gonna come, is the build. I mean, the top bit here, it feels so premium, and having the touch of that color of the Ronin 2 makes it even more to the next level. Because it's fiber, it makes it feel normal to the touch compared to the RS1 that feels very cold and very sharp in the hand. This feels very comfortable, and the grip above all feels very strong. So this is set up for those who don't have a cage, and my setup is with the full tilter cage and base plate. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this serves you well. If you need any more information, just comment below and I'll be more than happy to reply. That's it. If you aren't a subscriber, go ahead, hit the subscribe button for more videos like these. If you are a subscriber, comment below, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay tuned, stay safe. Peace.